My name is Lorie Van Auken. On September 11, 2001, my husband Kenneth went to work at Cantor Fitzgerald in the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Ken was on the 105th floor of Tower 1 when American Airlines Flight 11 hit his building. He left a message that began with "I love you" and went on to let me know that he had felt the building get hit by something. Ken didn't know if he would get out. Essentially, he was calling to say goodbye. I knew that my husband had survived the initial strike, but that's all I knew. While I sat in utter shock from what I was watching on television, I continued to hope for a glimpse of Ken somewhere in the chaos of people running and jumping from buildings. All of the 9/11 family members that were in attendance stood up in solidarity, saying that we would not leave without an agreement on the legislation. The press was outside waiting to hear about the outcome, and the White House knew it. That was a critical moment and a turning point for us. Finally, the House passed a version of our legislation for an independent investigation. We wanted 2 years for the investigation, but got only 18 months. Initially, only $3 million was allotted compared with $50 million allotted to investigating the Challenger explosion. As per the legislation, President Bush got to choose who would head the commission. His first choice was Henry Kissinger.
Today, I'm pleased to announce my choice for Commission Chairman, Dr. Henry Kissinger. Dr. Kissinger is one of our nation's most accomplished and respected public servants. He worked here at the White House as National Security Advisor, represented America abroad as the Secretary of State for 2 presidents. He is a distinguished author, academic, Army veteran, and winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. He's also spent much of his life in New York, feels deeply the loss that came to that city and to our country. Dr. Kissinger will bring broad experience, clear thinking, and careful judgment to this important task. Mr. Secretary, thank you for returning to the service of your nation. Dr. Kissinger and I share the same commitments. This investigation should carefully examine all the evidence. This investigation should carefully examine all the evidence and follow all the facts wherever they lead. We must uncover every detail and learn every lesson of September the 11th. My administration will continue to act on the lessons we've learned so far to better protect the people of this country. It's our most solemn duty.
Dr. Kissinger, do you have any concerns about, once the commission begins its work, if fingers point to valuable allies, say Saudi Arabia, for example, the implications, the policy implications this could have to the United States, particularly at this delicate time?
I have been given every assurance by the President that we should go where the facts lead us, and that we are not restricted by any foreign policy considerations. I have had a conversation with the Secretary of State, who will designate a liaison person with us, and he has promised me, as one would expect, the fullest cooperation. We are under no restrictions, and we would accept no restrictions.
This news was getting some very negative press. Since Kissinger was informally known as the king of cover-ups, and we had fought long and hard for the creation of an independent investigation into the events of 9/11, this was unacceptable to most of us. Since Kissinger was tapped to head our commission, the Family Steering Committee asked to meet with him in his New York City office.
Several family members approached Kissinger and requested a meeting at his office in New York. Prior to the meeting, Kristen Breitweiser conducted a thorough investigation of Kissinger's potential conflicts of interest.
A lot of research was done in preparation for that meeting, and we had learned that Kissinger and associates had some of the bin Laden family members as their clients. Henry Kissinger didn't want to publicly reveal his client list, but we knew that all of the commissioners were required to do so.
Probably much to the chagrin of some of the people in the room, Lorie asked some very pointed questions.
After some polite conversation, I felt compelled to ask him directly if he had any Saudi clients.
Would you have any Saudi American clients that you would like to tell us about? And he was very uncomfortable, kind of twisting and turning on the couch.
Or any clients by the name of bin Laden.
And then she asked whether he had any clients by the name of bin Laden. And he just about fell off his couch.
After I asked my questions, he spilled his coffee and nearly fell off the couch.
Former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger stepped down from the position Friday.
We'll never know exactly why, but the next day Kissinger resigned.
We thought the meeting went well.